Hi, we're on. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Hi guys. There's Tom York's wife again. It is Thursday, March the 4th, in the year 2021. Is it not? How are you? How's March treating you, the beginning of March? Have we turned? Yes. Stanley Donwood. Hello, Stanley. How good of you. Why didn't you come on? Why didn't I call you in if you want to come on? Stanley Donwood. Hi, guys. Wow. So, does it feel like spring to you wherever you are? Because it sure as hell doesn't feel like spring here. It did a bit last week, but it is definitely cold. It is definitely still and quiet. And I swore I saw some buds on the trees, and I swore I saw some snowdrops. And in Wales there were some daffodils. But round here in London, nada. Now that might be because it's London and maybe the daffodils that might be growing on the verges have been picked and placed on people's tables. Somebody's from Greenwich. Does it feel like spring in Greenwich? So hot in Brazil. Don't rub it in. Can you do another talk at BIM in Brighton next year? Only if I do it with Stanley Donwood, and he comes and talks about his musical experiences in Radiohead. How are you, everybody? Spring like in LA, but we still need a lot more rain. Never in Salford. Does anybody... Salford in Greater Manchester. Anyone know what Salford is? On my first week when I was at Manchester University, there was a gig on at Salford Uni, and it was a band. I remember they were called the Wooden Tops. And thank you, Stanley. You've just vouched for that. You would talk about your musical experiences. Brilliant. And I went to Salford University. I'd never been to Salford before, and I walked to Salford, and then I walked back at about 12 through Salford, about 12 at night, back up to, I walked all the way to central Manchester and down to South Manchester. I hadn't seen anywhere like Salford before in my life, having come from West Oxfordshire, the Vale of the White Horse. There was no tower blocks like that round my way. So, yeah. It's and the guy from Salford says it's never spring in Salford. So it's a very built up area, but it's got its beauty, iconic for the Smiths, The Queen is Dead in sleeve, where the four of them are standing outside the Salford Boys Club. So yeah, I was listening to Neil Young last night. That's good. That is very good to be listening to Neil Young last night. Oh, the White Horse on the Hill, yes. I lived about 5 miles from Uffington, the White Horse, and there's an ancient. I'm going to say it's not even Anglo-Saxon. It must go way, way back. Go back to time of Stonehenge and stuff. There's a burial ground at the foot of the hill called Wayland Smithy. Proper name that, Wayland Smithy. It's beautiful in Texas, despite the mess in which we find ourselves. Yeah. Anyway, I just want to say thank you to everybody after last week's post. I was really sort of knocked out, obviously, by people who were so kind and supportive, but also how many people sort of related to what I was saying. And I know it is because I've just been rereading the Eckhart Tolle book, Power of Now, which I first read when it came out about 20 years ago. And, when you read one of those books and you go, yep, that's me, or it's a lyric like, yep, that's me, that's it, that's it, and it's all in there. So it's obviously not a unique situation, and I just thank you. I thank you for receiving it so well. I just felt it was important to be honest about why I wasn't touring this year and all that stuff. So, okay, Ed, could you please say happy to Keris? Keris, please. Happy birthday, Keris. Keris. That's Keris. Keris. I presume she's Welsh. Thank you, everybody. Yeah, it was. It was actually. It was. You know what is the interesting thing from it? It was a real relief in a funny kind of way. It's a bit like fessing up. You know, I'm a real believer anyway about speaking your truth. What's the truth? But to have come out and said, "I'm sorry, we're not going to do it this year. We can't tour this year," and not give you the real reasons, wouldn't feel. You know, I could say, "Well, we just can't face it. We can't do it because of it." It just the initial thing that I wrote was, "I'm afraid we're going to cancel the gigs. It just feels like a bridge too far for us this year." But actually, that wasn't true. So it felt good, and it's been a better week, up and down, of course, like everything. But I feel like the book's really helping me. What I'm finding is I'm realizing how much the monkey mind, the head plays stuff, and I'm just trying to literally get back into my senses. And I'll tell you something that really helped. I watched this program last night. Do any of you know the artist Grayson Perry? He's brilliant. And actually, Stanley, if you're watching it, watching this still, he's like he reminded me of you a bit. But I watched his program, Grayson Perry's Art Club. It was brilliant. If you can check it out, I don't know if you can check it outside overseas, but anybody in Britain, he's really good. So that really helped. So I'm going to bring somebody in a sec. Why don't I ask? It's my Hanya's seriously Gryffindor. Happy birthday, seriously Gryffindor's Hanya. He's from Chelmsford. Ah, you see, Grayson Perry's from Chelmsford. That says it all. He's a proper flippin' Essex boy. That's why. Ah, okay. That's why it is. I thought that was. There is something in that Chelmsford water, isn't there? Okay, so I'm going to pull somebody in, and yeah, I'd love that if Stanley joined one day. He can join today if he wants to. He might not want to. See if he's there. Stanley, if you're there, if you want to join, please see your requests. It'd be nice to see you. Say hello. You've been on your. Is he there? Stanley, is he asking to join? You might not know how to. You're very savvy about these things. No, he's not popping his head up. But if he does, I'll pull him in. All right. I'm going to pull one of you in. Who will it be? Okay. Haha. Okay. Let's try. I like this name. Okay. Hannah Vivieros. Okay. Let's try Hannah Vivieros. Okay. I'm going to send a request. Yeah, the sketch was awesome today. They're always good though. I mean, they're always so good. Hi, Hannah.
Hi.
Are you Hannah? Hi, Hannah. Where are you?
I'm in Rhode Island in America.
Oh, in Providence.
Yeah, right around there.
Are you in wow, Rhode Island, the smallest state in America. How are you doing?
Nervous.
Listen, you just get all the nerves out. Don't worry. I'm not I'm not a nervous I'm not a nervous person. You don't need to be nervous with me. So how's Rhode Island? So are you actually in Providence, or are you sort of you're in the country or on the coast? Well, it is the coast, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm on the coast. I'm like kind of on a separate island.
Okay.
So it's very cold here, like around the water.
Yeah. Have you got snow and all of that, or is it?
We've had snow, but we had like a really big like rain kind of thing, and it all washed away.
So how is it? How's Tricks? I mean, how is it for you at the moment? What's going on? or not?
Um,
Big question. So okay, are you a student?
yeah.
Okay. So are you at Brown, or are you
I'm in high school.
you're at high school? Yay! What grade are you in?
I'm in 11th.
So I don't know what I shouldn't have asked that, because I don't know that is it rude to ask me how old you are, or to
I'm
tell me
17.
you're 17? So when was your birthday?
September
Okay,
16th.
you've been the same year as my son Sal.
Oh.
Yeah. So I mean, are you guys able to be in school at the moment, or are you doing it all remotely?
We're all remote right now.
And how is it?
It's tricky.
It's hard, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think as you guys would say, it sucks really, doesn't it? I've been watching, because our kids go back on Monday. Sal and Una start back on Monday to school, which is great. But I keep on saying to them, it's ridiculous. I don't know what it's like with you, but they keep on, like they said there aren't going to be exams, but then they said there are exams. And it's just like, isn't being a teenager hard enough with exams anyway? But put that on, why don't just, sorry to swear, but fuck the exams. It's just not, it's just ridiculous. It's like, and they're talking about over here about the stress on young people and the mental health. Yeah, absolutely. So what are you going to do about it? Why not just get rid of the exams for a couple of years?
Yeah.
And if you want to go to college, you have an interview or something, you go on your coursework or something, or it's not rocket science, but it's just, I really feel for you guys. It's really, really, really hard, isn't it?
Yeah. It's like a lot of stress all at once.
Yeah, it is. And have you, I mean, I guess you can't see your friends or anything, right?
I have like two friends that I've been through with like all of quarantine, so we just like go on nature walks and stay far away and wear masks.
Oh, that's well, that I guess being out in nature really helps, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And have you always lived in Rhode Island?
Yeah, I have.
And your parents from Rhode Island?
Yeah, my dad's from Rhode Island and then my stepmom's from Oregon, across
Ah,
the state.
Oregon.
Yeah, across the country.
Nice places. Nice places. Both. We played in Rhode Island. Radiohead played in Rhode Island last time was 95, I think, in a club in Providence. I can't remember. Lupo's Heartbreak Hotel.
Yeah, Lufos.
Is that still going?
Yeah, it's still going.
Pull that out the bag. I don't know where that came from.
Wow.
Wow. And we had really great friends. We went on tour. There was a great Rhode Island band called Belly, and they were well, Belly, Tanya Donnelly was the singer and guitarist and songwriter, and she'd been in the Throwing Muses, who were a Boston band, and then we went on tour with them in '93. We did this great American tour with them, and Chris and Tom Gorman were brothers. And I know Chris, I've been in contact with Chris because he lives in Rhode Island. And I was going to actually come out. We're supposed to be playing the Newport Festival, Jazz Festival this year.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever been to that?
Yeah, I live like right down the street from that, so I've gone like once, but it's really cool.
Is it good?
Yeah.
It's worth doing.
Yeah, it is definitely.
Well, they've asked us back for next year.
Yeah,
Last year.
you should do it. Oh, I'd come all the way.
Yeah, would you come? All right, great. We'll do it. And I was going to see Chris and hopefully Tom and I think Gail Greenwood was the bass player in Belly. But they were good. They were great fun touring with them. So what are you? What's your? Are you into music? Are you like? What's your?
Yeah, I'm into music. I'm in a band with my friend.
Cool. Yeah. What's the lineup?
Well, I'm doing singing and bass, and then my friend does like guitar, and then we haven't found a drummer, so we've just been doing like machines and stuff like that.
And how does it feel? Does it feel good?
Yeah, it's really fun.
Great. And how are you able to do that through lockdown?
Yeah, we just come over into my room and
Wicked.
then write a bunch of stuff. And then because we can't do like live shows, we are planning on doing like recorded shows and then just like posting them on YouTube.
Oh, that's so good. That's got to make you feel better, right?
Yeah, it's
That
fun.
really does. I think it's that whole thing. And also, like, I think, so I was 17 when we formed Radiohead.
Yeah,
So it
yeah.
was exactly, so there you go. And I remember it was just like, we used to rehearse on a Friday, hence the really bad
Yeah,
name. Our
on
first,
a Friday.
yeah. Oh, I know, got a good idea for a name on a Friday because yours rehearse on a Friday. Um, and and it is everything. It was everything. It was like well, we had school on Saturday, unfortunately, as well, so it wasn't quite the end of the week. But it was, yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? It's like it's such a it's such a powerful thing. It just lifts you up. And I remember, it's like as soon as I was in the band, I felt like, you know, I could, somebody could be nasty to me, or your girlfriend could chuck you, or whatever, but it didn't matter because you had the band.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and we didn't have a drummer as well at first. We had a drum machine.
Yeah,
Tom,
that's what we've been
Tom
doing.
had this little drum machine called a Boss Doctor Rhythm. It was made by Boss, and we did this gig. This friend of mine her name was Karen, and she had her 18th birthday. And I said, "Listen, can we play your birthday?" And her 18th birthday, and it was I think it was like October 85. Yeah, October 85. And she said, "Yeah." And halfway through, and so we're there, and it's the first gig we've done. So there's me, there's Tom, there's Colin on bass, and there's another guy called Jim, who was on keyboards, and the drum machine. And and it's like at that age, it's like everybody's like, "Come on, impress us." It's
Yeah.
like they stopped the disco for and I remember the drum machine broke down
Oh.
halfway through the set, and it was and I remember we were all like after the gig we were like talking like, "So we have to get a drummer." And I knew Phil is in the year above me at school, and he used to drink in the same pub that I did. And I remember I said, "I'll go and have it." I said, because Phil was like he'd left school by then. He'd done his A levels. He'd finished, and he was like reputedly the kind of the best drummer in the school. And I said, "Oh, I'll see if I can speak to Phil tomorrow." And I saw Phil in the pub, and it was really funny because he'd heard that the drum machine had broken down. And I think he was quite interested in the job, but he was playing it cool. And I was playing it cool as well. I didn't want to be too desperate. I wanted him to be like, "Fuck, we need a drummer. Can you do it?" I was just like, and Phil came up and he said, "So how did the gig go?" I went, "Yeah, yeah, pretty good. Yeah, I mean, there are a few technical issues, but nothing insurmountable, really." And he's like, "Yep." And we were just like, for a minute, a bit. I always think, and we weren't as cool as Danny Zuko and Kaniki standing by when they before Thunder Road in Greece. But I always think it was like that classic teenage boy thing where they don't reveal what they really want to say. Right? They're playing
Yeah.
it cool. It's all about saving face and trying
Yeah.
to be cool. And eventually, I said, "Yeah, we're sort of looking for a drummer. Would you be interested in coming on rehearsal?" And he was like, "Yeah, it was great." So he came along to the next rehearsal and he never left.
No.
So, your drummer could be around the corner.
I hope
I
so.
and I do remember that first rehearsal. It was hilarious because I remember Tom was saying to Philip, "Can you drum? Can you just drum faster?" There was a lot of up tempo numbers then, but it was yeah. It's a great thing to do. My you know. So how long have you been playing together?
Well, so we both played separately for like since we were like 12, and then I was like, "Do you want to start a band?" And he was like, "No, I don't want to play the music you play. You want to play like rock music." And I was like, "Oh, sorry." And then eventually he came around, and we've been practicing for about a year now.
Wow, that's cool. And are you doing covers?
Yeah,
Are
we
you?
like to do covers and we like to do original stuff too.
So what covers you got going on?
We did Disorder by Joy Division.
Hey, come on.
Uh,
We did it. We did we didn't it was so we did we didn't play Temptation. We played Ceremony New Order in our
mhm.
first gig. Don't do that. So you wow, you played Disorder. So you're a Joy
Yeah,
Division fan.
yeah, I like Joy Division.
Good on you, Hannah. Come on. Who what else do you do?
Um, well, we like to do like Radiohead songs, or
Okay, come on.
mostly
All
I
right.
do.
So
Yeah.
what okay, what do you do? What cover do you do?
Well, I liked what did we do? I like You, like from Pablo Honey.
Wow. Do 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 do. Yeah, you like that one?
Yeah, I like that
Oh, cool.
one.
Do you actually play that one?
Yeah, I liked the bass part that Colin did in Paranoid Android. That was really fun.
Yeah, it's a great bass part.
Hmm.
It's really good. So do you Paranoid Android as well?
Yeah,
Wow, that's so cool. Have you recorded any of these? Have you like no? You just put them up on YouTube.
eventually, yeah.
You're gonna have to. You don't have to say it, but you know you might get a few. You might get a few people coming to watch after this.
Well, we don't have our YouTube channel set up yet,
Okay.
but they could follow me and then I'll just send them to it to them
Yeah, for
or
sure.
DM me.
Hey, I just realized you are you supposed to be at an online class at the moment?
um, I, I actually left it.
Wow, do they know that?
No.
Are your parents cool about that?
I mean, my dad's probably gonna freak out when I tell him that he's probably gonna be like, "How did you manage to talk to him?"
Yeah, did your parents get you into Radiohead?
No, so my dad likes a lot of that kind of music, but like when I told him I liked radio, he was like, "Name a song. You don't know Radiohead." What? So
He's testing you.
yeah, he's been testing me about it, so he's probably gonna
That
freak out.
that's a real male thing to do, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's like such a male thing. Okay, yeah. What's your favorite top five or whatever? What's the first track on the second side on the Benz? You know that kind
Yeah,
of thing.
yeah.
Wow. So what were you? What's the lesson you're supposed to be at the moment? What are you supposed to have at the moment?
I was doing art class.
Oh, cool. Do you like art?
Yeah, I like to draw sometimes.
Yeah. Well, that's but art you can do anytime, right?
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool. And are you keeping okay? Are you keeping your spirits up? Are you? Yeah.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
doing good.
Hmm.
That's good. It's really important. I think the most important thing for everybody at this time, especially for you guys who are having to do online school, is making sure you feel good, you know, making sure you're happy. You're not going to be happy all the time, but making sure your spirits are good. And if you're not feeling good, it's all right not to, it's all right to say you're not feeling good and to go out for those walks and to, be in nature. It's all good
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
It's all good stuff. Well, I've run out of things to say to you, Hannah, because you look. I'm feeling a bit guilty that. No, actually, I'm not guilty at all. You know that you should be. It's been probably when do lessons finish today?
Um, I'd say like in a half hour. They end at
Okay,
3 my time.
okay, that's cool. What when do you think when do they say you guys might go back to school, or do they think it might be you're going to be out until April and back in May or something? Do they know?
So lately we've been only doing 1 day. We've been doing
Yeah.
1 day in person,
Okay.
and then um, my teacher didn't say anything about like coming in more than that yet.
Okay. Well, I guess. Yeah, I guess it's. I mean, we've had I guess the reason that the people are going back is because the vaccine's been rolled out, and that seems to be having a really, really good effect on the numbers. The numbers are going down, so that's why Britain is where it is, and
Yeah.
America's a big country. Takes All right, Hannah. Well, listen, lovely to connect with you. Thank you for joining,
Thank you.
and good luck with the band.
Thank you.
Is there a name? Have you got a name?
No, you could give
No.
us a name though.
I'm the worst one for names. Oh, there's a bottle here that says aloe vera. Hello, Vera. No, that's a terrible. Um, I don't know. It's like, no, I can't give you a name. The name has to come from you. It has to come from within. The thing about a name is, you don't have to worry too much about it, I don't think. It's like, yeah, you don't have to put too much thought in it, because the weirdest, or the did you ever like, I was thinking about this name, and I remember at the time thinking, before I got into them, I loved a band called Echo and the Bunnymen. Do you know Echo and the Bunnymen?
Mm-mm.
So Echo and the Bunnymen were just a little bit after Joy Division. They I think they did 5, or maybe no, they did a lot more albums. But when I was into them in the 80s, they did 5 or 6 albums, and they were great. But their name was Echo and the Bunnymen, and it kind of sounds a little bit kind of comedic, but they weren't at all comedic. They were awesome. They were like, they used to line up live, and all 4 of them, there was drummer, bass, guitarist, and singer and guitarist, and all 4 of them would be in a line, and there'd be lots of smoke, and they'd be silhouetted, and they and the gig. I never saw them live. I saw footage of them, but I was so into them, and yeah. But the name, you see, Echo and the Bunnymen, and we just used to call them the Bunnymen. You into the Bunnymen? You're going to see the Bunnymen.
Yeah.
The Bunnymen album, and it's kind of, yeah, it's the Bunnymen. It's, yeah. Anyway, it was cool. So, Hannah, I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day.
That's true.
Yeah, well done. It's really, really nice to connect. I hope you don't feel too nervous about, and say, and apologize to your parents.
Yeah.
Apologize to them from me, and
Okay.
and I'll put it up on, this will be on my Instagram, so that, if you have to prove it to your dad, you say, well, listen, I was on this.
Okay.
What's your surname?
My surname? Oh, Viveris.
Vivera. That's Hispanic, right?
It's Portuguese, yeah.
Portuguese.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, sorry, quickly before you go, whereabouts in Portugal?
I have no clue. It was like great grandpa or something.
Wow.
I don't know where it's from.
I love Portugal, and of course spent a lot of time in Brazil as well, so I should have known that. Vivero. Yeah. All right, Hannah.
Thank you.
All right. Good luck. Lots of love.
Yeah.
Take care. Yeah. Be good. Bye. That was Hannah. Okay. How long have we gone? Can I bring someone else in? Yeah, I'm going to bring someone else in quickly. That was really lovely. Okay. See you all. Okay. How about this guy? How about this guy? Oh, you know what? I'm going to invite Tony in. I haven't seen him for a while. Tony, you got 10 minutes? This is Tony. I haven't seen him for a while. Tony.
Hi. Hey, Ed.
How are you?
I'm well, man. Good to see you.
Good to see you. When was the last time we saw one another?
Oh, God. I can't remember.
Explain, because I met you. Was it about 10 years ago?
No, it would have been like, Jesus, it would have been like 6 years ago now that we met. 7 years ago.
At college?
Yeah. Art college in Falmouth.
That's right.
Yeah. That was.
And you making music, and you're still making music, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah, still going.
How are you doing?
Yeah, man, it's good. I mean, creatively, it's great.
Good.
The ups and downs as everyone goes through. But I'm having a good time, man. I'm having a good time.
Whereabouts are you?
I'm in London. I'm back in London. Been
Great.
back in London for a while.
Are you where? North, south, east, west?
Northwest.
Northwest. Whereabouts northwest?
I'm in Edgware right now, but I grew up around Willesden area, so kind of this is all home to me, really.
I'm around the corner from you, Tony.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Oh, no way. I thought you had moved out.
Yeah, well, I've been in Wales, but Wales is home. But the kids are at school here in London, so
Okay, great.
we're back here. So I recorded most of my album in Willesden.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because you know,
Interesting.
Assault and Battery Studios is in Willesden.
I did not know that. I did not
You
know
know,
that.
off Wilson High Street. What's it called? Thingy Gardens, Maybury Gardens.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I know
Just
Neighboring
there.
Gardens. Okay. I
That's the
didn't know.
studio.
I didn't know the studio
Great,
was right there.
great studio, and that was where Morgan Studios used to be, where Bowie and Lou Reed. Lou Reed recorded all of Transformer at that studio.
Awesome.
Yeah,
I
so
did not know that.
it's got a real pedigree. That whole area of London, it's got, and I think Mark Bolan recorded a lot there.
Wow. Okay, this is all new to me. This is all
Yeah,
news to
so
me. I did not know that.
your manner's got some good musical.
History there. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Awesome.
so how have you been? How's it been like for lockdown? And has it been?
You know, like everyone's ups and downs, ups and
Yeah,
downs. I'm very lucky at the minute. All I get to do most days is just create, make
yeah.
music. Working a lot as a producer as well these days.
Wow,
So doing a lot of kind of remixes and mixing and engineering for people, which is
great.
fun. You know, so I'm lucky in that respect that I just get to work. You
Yeah,
know, and you know, I mainly work from home, but I've got a friend's studio that I go to as well in
that's
Central.
great.
Luckily, yeah,
Thank you
yeah,
for always, whenever you've got a release, you always send it. You always send
yeah,
me the
yeah, yeah,
release, and I
yeah.
always listen.
I appreciate it. I really appreciate your all your feedback. Has always been very useful, especially from back when I was still in art school. All of that stuff that you said to me, I really took it to heart. So
Well, I
it's
can't
kind of
remember what I said, but to give people context, I met you. So I mentor, sort of not mentor, but I'm sort of like a, what do they call it? A visiting lecturer
yeah, like a
at
guest lecturer type.
Falmouth Art College, where they have a great music course.
Hmm.
And I met you, and you know, I like, you know, you meet a lot of people, but I thought there's something about this kid, you know.
Is that
There's
your Clint
something about
Eastwood
this kid.
impression?
Yeah, bad. No, I was sorry to. There's something, and I, yeah, and I just like, and I, when you get a vibe with somebody, you go like, okay, you know,
Mm,
this is, and it's great, and you've
mm.
obviously, it's so, it's one thing going to college and studying music. It's another thing going out there and doing it as well, isn't it?
Yeah, 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 yeah. It's a different kettle of fish.
Yeah, and that's where you're really learning.
Yeah, definitely. I think you know it's been like a kind of exponential upscale thing since leaving college, so that's good.
It's
You
good,
know,
man.
but yeah, as how are you keeping creatively in these times? You know,
Uh,
yeah. After the yeah yeah yeah.
it's been that, I think that was the kind of the weird thing, is that with all this, and that in a way has been the hardest thing,
Mhm.
is I haven't felt like I found the next thread. Like, so it's fine to feel down. It's not, you know, or
Mm,
it's
yeah,
fine.
I
It's
saw
fine
the
to be in a
last.
hole. It's
Sorry,
fine.
go on. Go on.
Did you just lose me?
No.
Yeah.
I just remembered I saw when you talked about the Dark Night of the Soul. I really
Yeah. I
resonated
mean,
with that. I really resonated
yeah,
with
and I
that.
think a lot of people doing that.
Hmm.
And the thing is, how it affects me is as well. It's affected my energy, my vitality, and you know what it's like
Hmm.
when you're making music or you're creating. You need energy to do it. You need energy to think,
100%.
okay, because it involves, you know, it involves energy, it involves work,
Yeah,
it involves,
absolutely.
and if you don't have that, then, but it was interesting. I went through voice memos, having thought I've got nothing over the last year, and I've got a lot of ideas, and either I just need to develop some of them, which I'm going to do,
Hmm.
or I still haven't found the thing that I'm after.
Mm,
So, you know,
I
it's a
get that.
funny thing. It's a funny thing with music, isn't it? It's like
Yeah, yeah. You can't force it. You know,
you
you just
can't
gotta
force
let it.
it.
You just
You
gotta
got
let it
to.
happen.
That's
You know.
right. And if it's not happening, and for me, this whole period has been an incredible time of. It's been like a watershed.
Hmm.
Like, I have to say, there are certain things that I quite happily listened to before. Now I just don't need to hear it again. There's a lot of music that I've heard and I just never need to hear it again. I
Yeah.
mean, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
I'm looking
Hmm.
for something else. So anyway,
I
yeah.
might
So
have some recommendations
go
if you're
ahead,
that
please.
inclined.
Yes.
Don't know if you heard of what my favorite artist right now is this amazing Berlin-based singer called Lyra Pramuk. I don't know if you've heard of Lyra.
No.
Oh,
Lyra Pramuk.
Lyra Pramuk. Yeah,
Pramuk.
yeah.
Okay.
I'll send you. I'll DM you a link
Okay,
to.
man. That
I don't know.
sounds
Is
good.
Spotify okay for you?
Yeah, yeah, that's great.
Yeah, I'll do that because yeah, man, she's incredible. It's all
Really.
very, she's done. She's got one album out, came out last year, and it's just her vocals. It's just like a vocal manipulated choral. Let's see, am I still there?
Great. Yeah,
Yeah,
you are.
yeah, yeah. It's all this choral. It's beautiful. It's really
All right.
beautiful. I think you'd be into it.
All right, man. That sounds
Yeah, I'll
great.
send that to you. But yeah, and
Anything
yeah.
else?
You've heard of a band called Squid?
Yeah, I like Squid.
Yeah, yeah. Those boys are fun. Those
They're
boys are good
really
fun.
good. They actually, it was weird when I heard Squid. There was a track that reminded me a little bit of Radiohead.
Oh yeah, yeah. They're big. They're big Radiohead
Oh,
head fans, I'm sure.
oh, are they? There was a track that was remind me of a track of ours called Jigsaw, and I was just like, oh god, that's really good. It's like it's not that thing where they're ripping you off. It's
No,
like
no.
that
I
you can
remember.
tell their influence,
Yeah, of course. It's always
but
the way.
they're really good. They're
Yeah,
really original.
yeah. They're really good. I
Yeah.
think they've got a record coming out. But yeah, yeah. There are a few of the folks I'll have a think of. I'm drawing a blank right now. But
Okay, it's like the record store when you go into records or the old record store. Don't do that anymore, right?
yeah, 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 man.
Well,
Yeah,
see, it's good to see you,
you
and
too, man.
hopefully, when this all, you'll be doing some gigs and
Yeah, yeah, for
stuff like
sure.
that.
You should come down to one or
I'll
something.
definitely come.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
gonna have a time now.
Yeah. No worries, man. Well,
Well
thanks
done,
very much
Tony.
for
Yeah,
chatting, man.
great to see you.
You too. You too.
Yeah, you're looking well. All right, take care of yourself. Be good, be kind to yourself.
Definitely.
All
All
right, man.
right, man.
Cheers, Tony.
Bye.
Bye. Okay. That was Tony. I hadn't seen Tony for about 6 years. Okay. Oh, okay. Thank you, guys. Finish up there. I'm gonna have a guest next week. I think it's you know, um, really nice to check in with Hannah. Really nice to see old friends like Tony. All right, guys. Well, I hope you have a good week.